Would you believe me if I told you that I actually showered like a while ago? Yeah, it's hot. I said it earlier on my Instagram story, but the type of heat that New York has, it's not even the heat actually. It's the humidity. You see, last night it rained, but with that there was moisture in the air. So now that it's like, I think it went up to 93 today, the humidity went insane. I could have gone outside wearing what I'm wearing right now and I still would have popped a sweat. Now I've been to Trinidad. Now I've been to other summers in New York because I live here. I've been to the beach. I've been to this, that, and the third. I don't remember it ever being like this. But then again, I also don't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. Oh. The point of this, although a week late, is to talk about the Barbie movie. Yes. 9 out of 10. Amazing. The only reason I won't give it a full 10 out of 10 is because I don't know. So in reality, it's a 10 out of 10, but I just don't want to say it. Listen, I have been raised, 99% of my life has been raised around women. That includes my aunts. That includes my cousins. Most of my cousins are women. I think I've only ever met a handful of cousins that are men. Yeah, the rest of them women. Aunts, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, cousins, people who aren't even family that I just call aunts because, hi, look at my skin color. Would you believe me that the fan above me is on right now? That's the reason why I chose this spot. Yes, I've been raised around women almost my entire life. Seeing what they go through being portrayed in a movie is just crazy. Especially what, I think the actress's name is America. I think that's her name. I could be completely wrong. She said it so perfectly in her monologue that I was there with one cousin, another cousin, and my sister watching the movie. So I just had to look around at both of them and I was like, damn, the fact that this had to be said through a movie about representing a doll that is a woman when most of the world won't even believe it. I remember when the first trailer came out and people were so upset that Margot Robbie was getting her behind slapped just roller skating down in California. People were so upset. They're like, that's not everyone just wants to pay women. Shut up. In order for that to be portrayed in the movie, that had to be someone's reality. Yes, this movie is about one woman, right? This is about Barbie, right? One woman. If they portrayed that as like just a regular woman down the street, maybe she's not getting her behind slapped. But the woman that she walks by on the street, maybe she got her behind slapped like 3 days ago, right? Not every woman is going to go through the same experiences, but when you conglomerate what every woman has gone through, you get the Barbie movie. I'm sorry, someone had to say it. Watching this movie, people being so mad that there was I think a transgender actress in there. Okay. She had maybe 1 page of lines. She had 1 page of lines and y'all are getting so mad. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, speaking of lines. People going crazy about the stupid 9- China thing. There's 8 lines on the map. I will put the map right here. There are 8 lines on the map. Y'all going crazy about China's 9 lines when there's 8. And then second of all, there are lines under America too. That dotted line in the Caribbean looks like America is trying to lay claim to some of those islands. That seems like something that maybe the Caribbean people should stand up for, but they're not. I wonder why. Also, China isn't even labeled on the map. The map, it says Asia, and it looks like an enhanced version of the state of Illinois. The movie was great. The movie was awesome. The story kept me inclined the entire way through. There was not even a point of like me like dozing off or like losing focus. No, that movie had me enthralled all the way through. And then the soundtrack, don't even get me started on the soundtrack. Wait, hold on, wait. I know why I give it a 9 out of 10. The reason why I give it a 9 out of 10 is because that one point there is my confusion about the real world. Are you trying to portray that the company of Mattel are acting in their own cartoonish ways as well? Because they could have caught Barbie so many times. Or is it that in Barbie's mind, this is what Mattel is? That's the only point of confusion I had, because, I mean, I get it. Maybe it was just supposed to be funny that they ran past her and then whatever, and Barbie was meant to look like the smarter one because it's company versus, you know, an individual. Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe this is just a movie that was made to be silly. I don't know. That's the one point of confusion for me. Greta, if you want to reach out and like explain that to me, I'll be honored. Also, a quick side note, I just watched Jackie Kennedy, the movie about, you know, the widow of John F. Kennedy, with Natalie Portman, and I just realized that Greta Gerwig is in that. and she had a prominent role in the whole thing. I just watched it like 2 days after the Barbie movie, and I was like, wait a minute, I know who that is. That's insane. This movie is not a battle against men. It's a battle against toxic masculinity, which towards the end, President Barbie literally says, maybe going back to how it was isn't the way to go. Nobody should have to live in the shadows. And then they apologize to Weird Barbie, and then they look over to the Kens and give them a seat on the smaller judiciary courts, which, if men are so offended by that, look at our reality. If I'm not you know what? No, I'm gonna do my research on this. Give me like 4.3 seconds. When did African Americans get counted in the population? We're going there. Until the 13th Amendment on January 31st, 1865, a black person was not even one person in the population. They were 3/5 of a person. So we're starting from there. 5 years later, they were given the right to vote. Now, I don't exactly know what to look up for the point that I'm about to make, but it can be argued that certain skin colors don't have full rights as of today in society. Societally, some people still believe that there is one race above the other, but legally, I think it wasn't like 50 years ago with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and everybody that, you know, the black and white man started to get along ish, right? It has barely been 103 years since women got the right to vote, and y'all are out here complaining that the first step that the Kens got in Barbie world was the lower judiciary courts. They're basing it off of our history, American history. They got judiciary courts. Black people had to wait about 200 years in order to get their full rights after being freed as slaves. Women, who arguably were the backbone of a lot of things during the American Revolutionary War and everything while men were out fighting and dying or whatever, got the right to vote a little more than 100 years ago. It's just a cycle. So the fact that Kens in Barbie world got the right to representatives on a judiciary court, a lower circuit court, immediately after they realized that they were in the wrong, is insane. In the course of 5 years, 3 things were passed that still didn't give black people full rights. Societally. Legally, they technically had rights, but Supreme Court had otherwise to say. So if you're upset that within minutes of the Kens and Barbie fight in the end of the movie, if you're upset at that, just look at your own history and figure out what you should be mad at. Because it got me so mad when I was scrolling through Twitter and the Ben Shapiros and the other people that I didn't even care to look at their names were complaining that, oh, women were just on top and all of this and all of that. And look at society, look at real life. It is hot. I am growing more and more sweaty as this video goes on, if you could not tell by the glossiness on my face. Barbie movie was lit. It was great. I've actually watched it twice. I had to show my mom that movie. And she's already in love with Gloria's monologue. So, Greta, you did great. Margot Robbie, you did great. I always forget your name. Oh my god. What is the Ken's name? Ryan Gosling. You did great. Ryan Gosling is hilarious, by the way. I loved all of his parts in that movie. I'm gonna go take another shower because this is not working for me. Have a great day and good night, morning, evening, afternoon.